Hi everyone, it's me, Lubna. Today is Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. This video is dedicated to my beloved, and the topic of this video is going to be about how love promotes love, or in other words, how we attract into our lives what we are on the inside. And this topic came to my mind as I was reading the book that I'm currently reading, which is Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender by David Hawkins, MD, PhD. And there is a specific passage from this book that I wanted to share with you today. And this passage comes from page 19 in this copy. And I'll go ahead and show it to you in case you'd like to read it for yourself. So it's there on that page enclosed in brackets. And I'll read that aloud to you now. Here it goes. Because emotions emit a vibrational energy field, they affect and determine the people who are in our lives. Life events become influenced by our repressed and suppressed emotions on the psychic level. Thus, anger attracts angry thoughts. The basic rule of the psychic universe is that like attracts like. Similarly, love promotes love, so that the person who has let go of a lot of inner negativity is surrounded by loving thoughts, loving events, loving people, and loving pets. This phenomenon explains many scriptural quotations and common sayings that have puzzled the intellect, such as, "The rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and those who have get." As a general rule, therefore, people who are carrying the consciousness of apathy bring poverty circumstances into their lives, and those with a prosperity consciousness bring abundance into their lives. So that is the passage I wanted to share with you today from Letting Go by David Hawkins. And while I was reading that passage, I thought about how I've experienced this phenomenon in my own life. And I know that everybody talks about the law of attraction and everybody talks about manifestation. But as cliche as it might seem, it is true that we attract into our lives what we are on the inside. And then when we see that we're not attracting the type of situations and circumstances that we want into our lives, we start blaming the outside world instead of ourselves. But think about it. You are programmed to think about certain things based on what you expose yourself to, whether that is through books, through the things you watch on the television, through the accounts that you follow on social media. Everything, whether you're aware of it or not, shapes the way that you think and the things that you are attuned to. And you have to be very careful what you expose yourself to. And I talked about this already in another video that I had made recently, which was about how the heart reflects the person. But for example, in my case, I do not watch television and I don't watch the news. And I try to keep my mind as pure and pristine as I can. And I make sure to read books that I know will benefit me and will help me think in a more elevated way, because that is how I want to live my life, and that is how I want to focus my awareness on a day-to-day basis. I don't want to be attuned to negative things around me, and that's why I like to read things that will help me to improve myself and help me to cultivate a beautiful spirit, such as this book and also the other books that I've talked about and brought up passages from that I've mentioned in other videos. And the more I do this, the better I become at cultivating love within myself, love for myself and love for humanity, and love for the people who I might not be able to love naturally, but I develop a compassion for, and I develop forgiveness for. For example, people that have hurt me in my life. And we all have people who have hurt us in our lives. And if we're able to love those people in spite of what they've done, then we develop a superpower that makes it possible for us to see their good qualities and see the good qualities in even the people who might appear the most wretched on the surface. Everyone has some good qualities, something worth loving. And this is where the topic of my video comes in. You know how I said that love promotes love. When you begin to cultivate an awareness of love and a focus on love and the things that are worth loving, then you tend to notice those things more in other people, in other events or circumstances, or in your environment. You tend to notice the more loving and beautiful things more when you are attuned to them. However, if you watch too much negative media or on the news, or you follow negative accounts on social media that are always telling you about how certain things are bad or people are bad and showing you all of the destruction and wretchedness throughout the world, that is what you're going to focus on, and that is what you're going to detect all around you. And I know that it's there. It's always going to be there. But if you only expose yourself to those kinds of stimuli, you're going to overestimate how much of that is really in the world, and you're going to miss out on the beautiful things that are still there and still worth appreciating. In fact, how do you want to feel at the end of your life? Do you want to feel like you've missed out on all of the beauty and all of the things worth loving in this life? Or do you want to feel like you really appreciated all of God's creation and everything that you had been given in this life, all of the beautiful things, whether in other people or in your environment or in your circumstances and the opportunities that you've been given? If you want to be able to experience beautiful things and attract loving things into your awareness and into your life, you have to start from inside of yourself. You have to start from within. And that's why love promotes love. Love within promotes love without. I hope that you will use what I've taught you in my video today to benefit yourself and to benefit those around you, and to promote love around you, and to create a life of love. As always, thank you so much for watching my video today, and I'd like to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.